What is up, beautiful people? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a collective reading for the month of December for anyone and everyone who decides to click on this video. Let's take a deep breath first. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. Okay, keep in mind that this reading may not resonate with you. Only take what fits and leave the rest for someone else. I put a community poll up yesterday asking you guys if I should just do one December collective reading or if I should do 12 zodiac sign December readings. And I read some of the comments and you guys were so funny because you were like, why is there not an option for both? ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? And the only reason I didn't give you an option for both is because the apartment that I'm staying in has so much going on around it constantly. There's like landscaping going on constantly. They've been working on some sort of water line constantly. And today my water is shut off, so I don't really want to be home in this apartment for the whole day since I'm not going to have access to water. I just would rather get out of the apartment. So I just wasn't sure that I'd be able to get 13 readings done, but I guess that I can. I'm going to try to do both, but this one's just going to be for anybody and everybody, all zodiac signs, nothing specific, okay? Just so that I can get one reading out for you for sure. And then I will try my best to get the zodiac sign readings out for you guys over the next week or so. But yeah, so let's do this one. The first thing I was getting for you guys was something about self-expression. I feel like the month of December is going to be really good for expressing yourself. And there's this feeling of feeling free to express yourself the way that you want to. So dressing the way that you want to, wearing makeup that you want to, if you want to, how you want to, writing, drawing, being goofy, silly. There's just this energy of like, it's free, it's okay for you to be yourself. Spirit is saying that you are free to express yourself the way that you want to express yourself. And so I just see that self-expression is going to be very important for the collective in December. And I saw something today that said, self-expression is nearly impossible when you're in survival mode. So a lot of us have been struggling to express ourselves because we've been trying to survive for so long. But now some of us are chapters deep into our healing journey, and the parts of us that were hidden for so long are starting to make their way through, which is wonderful. And I think that speaks volumes to the change and the healing that you've done on yourself, because while we were in survival mode, it was nearly impossible for us to express ourselves authentically and to express ourselves the way that we wanted to, because we were so focused on trying to survive that we didn't care about how we were being seen, or we didn't even have the energy to express ourselves, right? But now there's this energy of like, you can express yourself, and the parts of you that were hidden are starting to come up to the surface. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. So that was the overall energy I was getting for December. I also wrote down that some of you are going to be walking away from an abusive situation, and it doesn't have to be physically abusive. It could be emotionally abusive, or you could just feel like you're being taken advantage of by people or a situation. And I was getting that this could apply to like a relationship, like a boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever type of relationship, like a lover connection. You may be walking away from this because it's abusive. But it could also be like a job situation. Maybe some of you feel like you're being taken advantage of at work. Maybe you feel like you're not getting paid enough. Maybe you feel like your time, your energy is not being seen and valued and appreciated. So some of you are going to be walking away from an abusive situation this month because you've put up with enough. And I was hearing someone say, are you serious? Because they didn't really think that you would leave. Or this boss didn't think that you would leave, or your coworkers didn't really think that you would leave, or your family didn't think that you would really leave. Like, I feel like maybe some of you have mentioned that you felt taken advantage of, or you felt like you were in an abusive relationship, but nobody was really taking you seriously, especially when you were talking about leaving it. People were like, no, you're making it up, you're not really serious, you're not going to go anywhere, you're not really going through what you're saying. And something about this month, for some of you, you're going to like snap, but it's not in like a aggressive, violent kind of a way. It's in a way where you just snap and something clicks within you and you're like, you know what, I'm fed up. I put up with enough. I'm leaving. I'm walking away. You all can do whatever you need to do, and I'm going to do what I need to do for me. And I love that energy from you, honestly. But someone was saying, are you serious? I was hearing that. You're going to be telling somebody that you're leaving, or you just up and walk away from a situation and someone's like, are you serious? Because they really didn't think that you were going to leave. And you're like, this is the most serious I've ever been. Seriously. I love it. Okay. I don't love that you've been in an abusive situation. I'm sorry that you've had to go through that and endure that, but I do see that some of you will be walking away from some sort of abusive situation this month. Okay. Yesterday, I also pulled the Three of Cups for myself, and I feel like it's going to be representative of the energy of December as well. The Three of Cups talks about celebrations. It also talks about good food, good drinks, good conversations, socializing, getting together with friends, getting together with family. I wrote down that some of us will be reconnecting with family, friends, and soul tribe this month. And then also the Three of Cups was talking to me about the holidays, and December is a month filled with holidays. We have Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, New Year's Eve. There might be even some more that I don't know, but it's a month filled with holidays, which was also making me think about gift giving. And for some of you, I want you to not stress out about gift giving, okay? Because a lot of what's going on is capitalism this month. It's just an easy way for people to get money for their business. So just know that you don't have to follow the trend and buy gifts. You don't have to buy extravagant gifts, okay? It's about the thought that you put into gifts if you are giving a gift. And I also have really learned that, like, for myself, I value the presence of somebody. I value the experience and the time and the talking. So some of you, your gift to others this year could just be your presence, especially if you don't have the money to buy a bunch of gifts. Because let's be honest, a lot of these gifts that get given during Christmas time end up getting returned or never used. So it ends up becoming a waste of money, and your ancestors are not asking you to take the abundance that they've given you and waste it on things that aren't going to get used. Okay, so some of you who have been stressed out about like gift giving and things, I want you to like take a deep breath, relax, and know that it's just not that serious. Seriously, I feel like the word serious is very important for December as well. That's interesting. But yeah, I feel like it's just not that big of a deal. And once the holiday season is over, people will forget about the gifts altogether anyway. So don't stress yourself out. And don't feel like you need to break the bank to buy a bunch of gifts, okay? I'm also just getting that some people may be feeling entitled during this month too. Like they feel like they're entitled to gifts, or they feel like they're entitled to like big gifts, like a lot of money worth of gifts. If you don't have it, you don't have it, you know? And if you don't want to get it for them, you don't have to get it for them, okay? But yeah, month filled with holidays, okay? I also wrote down that some people will be getting engaged. I was going to say some of you will be getting engaged, so congratulations. Some of you will be getting engaged in the month of December, but some people will be getting engaged in December or having December weddings. If you are single and seeing this around you, because some of you are single and you're going to be seeing people get into relationships around you this month, you're going to see people get engaged, you're going to see the proposals, you're going to see the weddings. Some of you may actually be invited to December weddings. I am getting something about a December wedding that's going to get canceled or postponed. Okay, some kind of truth is going to come out about a situation and somebody's going to cancel the wedding, call off the engagement. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Somebody was cheating. Wow. Spirit is spilling the tea right now. Somebody was cheating. You may know this, or somebody in the family knows this, and so it's going to come to light before the wedding actually goes down. Okay. All right. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. Some people are going to be having December weddings around you, getting engaged, etc. If you are single and seeing this around you, try not to get discouraged. This is not to discourage you. This is to show you how close it is to you. Because if it's literally right there, especially if you're being invited to the wedding and you're actually going to a wedding and watching people get married and seeing the engagements happen in real time, it's very close to you for a reason. Don't get discouraged. Sometimes the universe will show us what's going to happen for us next through other people, but we end up pushing it away because we self-sabotage, thinking that we don't deserve that or thinking it's never going to happen for us while it's right there in our face. Okay, so try not to get discouraged if you are single and seeing this stuff happen around you. Know that it is close to you for a reason. Okay, and then yeah, self-expression. Period. Those are the channel messages for December. Let's get into the cards and let's see what the collective needs to hear for December. I'm seeing the initials C and P. That could be your initials or somebody that you're dealing with in December. spirit, angels, ancestors, what is the overall energy for December for the collective? We're seeing learning. And I was seeing it in the reverse. And I'm hearing that you've passed a test or you've learned the lesson. December is about celebrating. December is about having fun and recharging as well. Some of you may be learning something new in December. You may be learning more about your birth chart. You may be learning about palmistry. You could be learning about the planets. This has like all of the zodiac signs on the fingers. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Probably not. But there's like all the zodiac signs on the fingers. There's planets. There's the moon. So you guys could be learning about planets, astrology, the moon, chakras, spirituality. There could be some sort of spiritual learning that you're going through in December or that we're going through. It is Sagittarius season for the first half of December, so happy birthday to all of the Sag out there. And then the second half of December is Capricorn season, so happy birthday to all of the Capricorns as well. Sagittarius is a very spiritual sign. Every time I think of Sagittarius, I think of like sage, wisdom, truth, freedom, expression, expansion, travel, that type of energy. So there is some sort of like spiritual learning that you guys are going to be going through this month. And then for others of you, I'm getting that you've learned some sort of lesson. I'm getting like Monopoly. You can pass go, collect your $200. It's safe for you to express yourself. It's safe for you to share what you have learned on the journey is what I'm hearing. The number 4 or 444 could be significant for you guys in the month of December as well. And 4 is talk about foundations. 4 is talk about family. 4 is the 4th house, which is Cancer, which is all about like home and family. So there's going to be a focus in December on home life, home balance, work-life balance, and also family time. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm also getting that some of you will be making up with family members during December, especially around the holidays, because somebody doesn't want to be left out, or because somebody is just going to like get over their pride, get over their ego, and show up to the family event, and you guys are going to have a conversation. Or there's going to be some sort of conversation here between family members or between friends or something like that, where somebody thought that if they spoke up and they talked to you about this, or you talked to somebody about this, that there would be a negative reaction. And instead, I feel like it's going to be handled very maturely. For example, say you and your sibling haven't gotten along for a long time and you guys don't talk, but something about this year, they show up to the family event or they show up to like the family gathering for the holidays, and you're like, oh, it's so good to see you. I'm happy to see you. And they're like taken back. They're unexpected. That's unexpected. They thought that if they showed up that you'd be mad. They thought that if they showed up, there'd be like an argument or a fight between the two of you. And you're like, I'm actually really happy to see you. I'm glad that you showed up. And then I feel like that's going to surprise them, or this is going to surprise you. Remember, take what resonates. It could be you on the other side of this. But I feel like it's going to be very surprising, and then it actually leads to a very healing conversation between the two of you. Because I feel like we're putting our pride aside and we're having an honest conversation or a discussion, and it kind of clears things up. So you may be learning something about a family member, or learning something about a friend, or learning something about a situation during this month that actually heals things. Okay, bottom of the deck is respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. Some of you are learning about respect. Oh, or you're learning how to respect yourself by walking away and setting boundaries. I love that. Yeah, this literally says learning respect. I'm seeing 4/26, by the way, as well. So April 26th could be somebody's birthday, or 4/26 could be significant. And then I'm hearing something about New Year's resolutions. So the month of December, you may be planning for the future, tapping into some of your goals for 2024. And I think that's really great, especially writing them down, journaling them, and manifesting them as if they've already happened. So writing them down as if they've already happened. For example, I have 3 main goals for the year of 2024, and I want to share them with you. My first main goal is to get my own place, because I still don't have my own place. And I will talk more about what's been going on with me the past couple of months in January, when I have everything more like figured out. I don't want to like jinx anything or tell you guys anything too soon. So I'm going to wait until January to fully discuss what's been going on with me. But I want to have my own place, and I want to get a Frenchie, because I have been wanting a French bulldog named Frankie for years now. I manifest him almost every single day. And I know that that's like a familiar for me. He's like a familiar animal for me. So I know that he's going to come through at some point. And I'm really hoping and manifesting that that is in 2024. I would love to have my own little dog, my own little companion. So that's my first main goal, is to have my own place and to have a puppy. Second main goal is to get my passport and to travel outside of the country, because I've never traveled outside the country. I've traveled almost everywhere in the United States. I say almost, but definitely not everywhere. I've traveled a lot in my 27 years of living in the United States, and I would love to get out of the country. So that is a goal of mine, to get my passport and to get out of the country in 2024. And then my other main goal is to learn how to make my own candles and open up my own business selling candles. My name is Chandler, which means candle maker, and something in me just clicked recently where I was like, maybe that is the direction I need to go in, because I feel like my life has been lacking some sort of like purpose or creativity, excitement, and I love candles. I'm always burning a candle. Right now I'm burning a cranberry pine candle from Trader Joe's, and I love candles. I've always loved candles. I love all sorts of scents, and I really want to get into making my own, and I want them to be like hand poured, and I want to be able to put herbs in them, and I want to make ones for money, make ones for love, make ones that just smell good, and put my little magic into it and then sell it. So that is a goal of mine as well for 2024, is to learn how to make my own candles and open up my own candle business. So those are my main goals, and I decided that 3 main goals is best for me because it's not too much, and then throughout the year of 2024 I'll obviously accomplish much smaller things, and I think that that'll help me towards the main goals as well. So some of you, maybe you want to come up with 3 to 5 main goals for 2024 and leave some space and room for other things for you to accomplish as well. But just 3 main ones that you know that you can achieve, and that'll be good. But also I wanted to remind you that January, February, and the first half of March are not always the best for starting over and doing those new leaps, because it isn't really the new year. The astrological new year doesn't really start until March. March 21st is when spring starts, I think, or March 22nd, something like that. But once we move into Aries season, towards the end of March and the beginning of April, that's when most people are really in that new year energy of being able to start fresh and all of that type of energy. So while it's not a bad thing to start over, try to do some new fresh things, have all of these new goals and new plans right now through the beginning of March, just know that it may not be executed the way that you want it to until March or April. So give yourself time and space to learn, right? Okay, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, it looks like the overall energy for December is learning, respect, and also teaching others how to respect you by respecting yourself. Love it. Okay, let's see what the overall energy is in the tarot for the collective for December. Mushrooms could also be significant. I'm hearing something about adaptogens. Some of you may be switching up your like coffee or something like that, or your tea. Maybe you're drinking a mushroom coffee or a mushroom tea, or you're going to be learning something about the health benefits of mushrooms. Okay. I'm also getting something about ashwagandha, and I feel like ashwagandha is really good for your mind. So if you're struggling mentally, you may want to get some ashwagandha tea or ashwagandha herb for something if you're into that. But mushrooms are going to be significant in December as well. Okay, what's the overall energy for the collective for December? Okay, we're seeing judgment, which is that mirroring energy. There's mirrors in here. Some of you may be getting a new mirror, or you may be looking at yourself in the mirror a little bit more. I feel like that's good for you, because I feel like looking in the mirror is going to be really good for you. Something about telling yourself that you love the way that you look in the mirror repetitively, and just kind of looking yourself in the mirror and like smiling and complimenting yourself and telling yourself how beautiful you are. Even if you don't believe it at first, the more consistent and repetitive you are with telling yourself that, especially when you're looking at yourself, the easier it becomes and the more you start to believe it over time. So I feel like some of you are reprogramming your mind, or you're reprogramming the way that you look at yourself. which is also leading to more self-expression. And this judgment energy is kind of further clarifying what I was talking about, where there's like hidden parts of yourself that are coming to the surface. So you may be learning more about yourself. I'm also getting something about learning more about your shadow side. You may be doing some sort of shadow work in December, or you're just learning more about your shadow. Learning more about like the darkness within you, learning more about what scares you about yourself. It's coming to the surface. But it's not anything to be afraid of. I feel like it's natural. You're taking care of this easily. Judgment. I'm getting 999. The number 999 could be significant as well. Okay. And then bottom of the deck is the Hierophant, which talks about commitments. It talks about traditions. Some of you may be signing some sort of contract or deal or lease in December as well. I don't know, the tarot's not really speaking to me. We'll see if anything else comes out for you guys before I close, but the Hierophant and the Judgment card, those are major arcanas. So there is some sort of like major life event, or yeah, major life event, especially if you are walking away from something that you were committed to because it's taking advantage of you and because you respect yourself and they don't respect you. That could be further confirmation of that as well. I'm seeing this eye is really like standing out to me. The all-seeing eye, the all-knowing. I'm hearing God sees all. The divine sees all. And I'm getting something about like not having to try as hard in the month of December, especially if you've been putting in like a lot of work or effort towards something. The energy of December feels like you don't have to put in as much work. I'm getting this story about this guy who was pushing a boulder up a hill. And all God asked this person to do was to put in effort and to attempt to push the boulder. God never said you actually had to move the boulder. But this person every single day trained, prepared, learned, and then went out to this boulder and tried to move it. And eventually reached a point where he was like, God, I can't move this boulder. Why do you keep having me go out here to move this boulder every single day? And God's like, I never wanted you to move the boulder. God just wanted him to go out there and to attempt to push the boulder, to put in effort, and God would do the rest. So some of you are going to be getting out of the way of the universe this month. You're done pushing the boulder. You're done holding up the weight or something like that. And you're getting out of the way and letting the universe step in, letting God step in, whatever you believe in. But I'm getting God energy. Hierophant always represents God, creator, source energy to me. So some of you may be learning more about God, creator, source, learning more about like your creator, whatever you believe in. Or you could be learning about like a new guide, a new deity as well. Okay. What else for the collective? The number 42 or 24 could be significant. This card says, oneness is the way. How can you show more compassion and acceptance towards those you don't understand? Okay. And let's wrap this up with 3 cards from this tarot deck. This is the Ethereal Visions Tarot. I used the Mystic Mondays Tarot. This is the Voice of the Souls Oracle. And this one is the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards. Just in case any of you were curious, maybe you're going to be buying yourself some new cards, or somebody may be gifting you cards in the month of December. I'm also getting something about like a new book. Some of you might be writing a new book, or you're going to be discovering some sort of literature that's going to make a difference in your life this month. Okay. Some of you may be learning how to write. You may be taking some sort of class, or you may just be like studying, analyzing other writers, other authors. So you're learning how to write. You're learning your own tone or something like that. You're learning your voice. Some of you may also be singing, or you may be like singers. You're learning more about like your range. You're learning how to control your voice. You're learning what types of, how your voice sounds the best, something like that. You may also be learning about like an industry, a creative industry. I'm getting something about like learning about the music industry or learning about a creative industry, everything that goes into it. Some of you are going to be learning about beats or melodies. Some of you are learning how to write lyrics. Music could be really significant for you, or will be in the month of December. Okay. Tell me anything else that collective needs to know about December 2023. Oh, we're seeing the artist. Yeah, self-expression. Maybe you're going to be expressing yourself through art or music or some sort of media. And now it feels safe, like you feel safe to put yourself on camera. You feel safe to share your voice with the world. You feel safe to put your thoughts down on paper, etc. Yeah, the artist is wonderful. I feel like you're creating this whole new life for yourself, and it starts in December. You're starting to get like the vision or the idea or the plan of how you want 2024 to go. I love it. In this card, it looks like this person's like getting a vision. They're seeing a vision. God, you guys can't see anything. I'm so sorry. But it looks like this person's seeing some sort of vision, and then they're writing it down. And the nakedness of this person's body kind of feels like fresh start, new skin, newness. So it's like a complete blank slate in December, and then you're getting a vision of what 2024 is going to look like for you, and then you're writing it down. This could also just be you visualizing what you want 2024 to look like, and then writing down all of the goals as well. The name Matt could be significant, or Tammy. Anything else? We're seeing the well. We're seeing the Three of Swords. And we're seeing the Six of Pentacles. I'm hearing the end of solitude. So some of you have been alone or been feeling lonely lately, and that's going to come to an end in December. You're reconnecting with friends, you're reconnecting with family, reconnecting with soul tribe. I also am seeing that you're learning how to heal yourself, or you're learning how to give yourself time and space to heal with the Three of Swords here. Some of you may have been getting over some sort of breakup, or you may be healing through some sort of separation in December. But then the Six of Pentacles is here. So the universe is going to provide you something better than what you lost. That's something that I'm getting. Whatever was lost is going to be replaced with something better this month. Okay? Also, this Well card is an extra card in this deck, and I don't really know what it means. I never looked it up. So I'm going to have to learn what that means. Which makes sense in this reading because there's always something new to learn. You learn something new every day. I'm hearing the more you know. So yeah, I'm gonna have to learn about this Well card. Nice, okay. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I feel good about this. I look forward to December. Hopefully I'll be able to get December readings for each individual zodiac sign out over the next 3 to 4 days. I'm gonna try to break it up into segments. So I'm gonna do 3 at a time, maybe 4 at a time, depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, those are my plans. So hopefully this reading helped you. Sending you love always. Take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. Enjoy your December. And I will see you next time. Bye.